Good morning, children. Today we are moving to new chapter, that is magnetic effects of electric current. In this today we are going to see magnetic field and field lines. So what is mean by magnetic field and field lines? So in the previous chapter on electricity, we learned about the heating effects of electric current, isn't it? So what would be the other effects of electric current? So in this, we are going to study magnetic effects of electric current. So we know that electric current carrying wire behaves like a magnet. Okay, let us perform the activity to reinforce it. For this, you have to take a straight thick copper wire. Okay, straight thick copper wire, and which is we have to place it between the points X and Y. Okay, point X and Y. The wire XY should be kept in the perpendicular to the plane of the paper. Okay, this is the paper where the wire XY should be kept perpendicular to the plane of the paper. Understood? Now we have to horizontally place a magnetic compass near to it. Okay, just we have to place horizontally near to that, place a small compass, okay, near to the copper wire, and we have to pass the current through the circuit by inserting the key into the plug. Okay, and when we are doing this, when we are passing the electric current, we can see the magnetic compass placed near to the copper wire. The needle in the compass will be deflected. Okay, so we can see the deflection of the needle in the magnetic compass. Okay, why? Because the electric current carrying the copper wire will behaves like a magnet, so that there will be a deflection in the magnetic compass. Understood, children? So once again I will repeat. First we have to take a straight thick wire, okay, XY, okay, and we have to place that wire XY which we have to keep perpendicular to the plane of the paper, and just we have to horizontally place a small compass near to the copper wire. Okay, after that we have to pass the electric current through it. When we are passing the electric current carrying wire, that means the copper wire, will behaves like a magnet. Okay, this will cause the deflection in the magnetic field. Okay, thus we can say that electricity and magnetism are linked to each other. Okay, because when electricity is passed through the copper wire, it behaves like a magnet. Yes, so from that we can say electricity and magnetism are linked to each other. Okay, so in this chapter we will study about the magnetic field and electromagnetic effects. Then we shall also study about electromagnets and electric motor, which involve the magnetic effect of electric current. And also we will study about electric generators, which involve the electric effect of moving magnets. Okay, so whole chapter we are going to briefly study about the magnetic effects of electric current. So as we have seen in the activity, the electric current through the copper wire has produced a magnetic effect, so that electricity and magnetism have link to each other. Now the scientist called Hans Christian Ørsted, he is one of the leading scientists of the 19th century, play a crucial role in understanding electromagnetism. Okay, so what he did in 1820, he discovered compass needle got deflected when electric current passed through a metallic wire placed nearby. Okay, so he is the man who first discovered that when electric current is passed through the metallic wire, the magnetic compass which is placed nearby shows deflection. Okay, so Hans Christian Ørsted find this in 1820. Okay, and due to this observation, Ørsted showed that electricity and magnetism were related each other, and his research later created technologies which is used for working of radio, television and fiber optics. Okay, so Hans Christian Ørsted is the first man who discovered that there is a relation between electricity and magnetism. Understood, children? Now we can see what is meant by magnets. So you might have studied in lower classes. Magnets means a substance which is which will attract small piece of iron, and it will point in north to south direction when suspended freely. Okay, so magnet means what? It is the substance which will attract a piece of iron. Okay, any metal particles. Magnets can attract any piece of metal particles, and the direction will be from north to south. So naturally occurring iron ore called lodestone or magnetite, it will also behave as a magnet. Okay, so naturally occurring iron ore called lodestone or magnetite, it will behave as the magnet, but it is a weak magnet. So that magnet is prepared artificially. So the artificially made magnet is permanent and strong. Now we can see what are the properties of magnet. So magnet has two poles. Okay, we know as what are the two poles? North pole and south pole. And here like poles repel each other. Like poles means if the poles is north and north, that is like poles. So like poles repel each other, but unlike poles attract each other. Unlike poles means south north. Okay, south north attract each other. Okay, like poles repel each other, but unlike poles attract each other. And they always exist in pairs. Okay, so magnet, it will be always existing with the two pairs of poles. Always exists in pairs of poles. And repulsion is the only sure test for a magnet. How we can say that substance is a magnet means due to the property of its repulsion. Okay, so these are the properties of magnet. So what are the properties? It has two poles, north and south pole. Like poles repel each other, unlike poles attract each other. Okay, sorry, I have written here repel, attract each other. Okay, and they always exist in pairs of poles, and repulsion property will conform the magnetic property of any substance. Now we can see magnetic field and field lines. What is meant by magnetic field? The region around a magnet. Okay, the region around the magnet where the force of attraction or repulsion can be detected. So the area or the region around the magnet where the force of attraction or repulsion can be detected, that is called magnetic field. Okay, so the region around the magnet where the force of attraction or repulsion can be detected. So the magnetic field around a magnet can be detected by using magnetic compass. Okay, so the magnetic field around the magnet can be detected by using a magnetic compass. Then magnetic field lines. So what is meant by magnetic field lines? Magnetic field lines means the path around a magnet along which the north pole of a magnetic compass needle tend to move. Okay, so the magnetic field line means it is the path around a magnet along which the north pole of magnetic compass needle tend to move. Okay, so magnetic field lines around a magnet can be observed by sprinkling iron fillings around a magnet. How we can observe the magnetic field lines around a magnet? When we are placing sprinkling iron fillings or magnetic compass near to the magnet. Okay, so we can observe there is a movement of magnetic compass or iron fillings from the north pole to the south pole. Okay, so the path around a magnet is called as the magnetic field lines. So magnetic field lines, as I have told, it can also be observed by moving magnetic compass around a magnet. Okay, so when we are moving the magnetic compass around a magnet, we can observe the magnetic field lines because it is the path through which the magnetic compass tend to move from north to south. Path means what? Way. Okay, it is the way around the magnet through which the magnetic compass tend to move from north to south. Okay, here you can see the magnetic field lines. Okay, this is magnetic field lines. Magnetic field lines means it is the way how the magnetic compass will move from north to south. So now we can see the important question, that is properties of magnetic field lines. Very important 3-mark question, children. Please listen carefully. Okay, so the properties of magnetic field line, first property is very easy only. The magnetic field lines, it will emerge at the north pole. Okay, we know there will be a direction of magnet from the north to south pole, isn't it? So the magnetic field lines also, it will emerge. Emerge means it will start, or it will start from the north pole. Okay, it will emerge from the north pole, it will be produced from the north pole and merge at the south pole. Merge means it will join at the south pole. Okay, so the magnetic field lines emerge at the north pole and merge at the south pole. Understood? Now, second property is the magnetic field lines are closer at the poles. Okay, so the magnetic field lines will be more closer. It will be very closer to the poles. And magnetic field do not intersect each other. You can see in the picture they are not meeting each other. Intersecting means what? Meeting each other. Yes, so the magnetic field lines do not intersect each other. Okay, so these are the properties of what? Magnetic field lines. Okay, very important 3-mark question. So what are the properties of magnetic field lines? Magnetic field lines will emerge at the north pole and merge at the south pole, and magnetic field lines are closer at the poles, and the magnetic field lines do not intersect each other. Now we are going to see magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor. Okay, so if a magnetic compass is placed near a conductor which is carrying a current, magnetic field will be produced around it. Okay, so if a magnetic compass is placed near a conductor carrying current, has a magnetic field around it. Okay, so when we are placing a magnetic compass near to the conductor carrying the current, magnetic field will be produced. Okay, so the direction of the current is from north to south. That means if the direction of current is from north to south, then the deflection of the magnetic needle is towards the east. Understood? You can see in the picture. So when the direction of the current is from north to south, the deflection of the magnetic needle is towards the east. So if the direction of the current is from south to north, okay, if the direction of the current is from south to north, the deflection of the needle is towards the west. Understood? So if the direction of the current is from north to south, the deflection of the needle is towards the west, towards the east. And if the direction of the current is from south to north, the deflection of the needle will be towards the west. And in this picture you can see the magnetic field around a current carrying straight conductor is in concentric circle. Okay, so if the magnetic field is produced in the current carrying straight conductor, it will be in the form of concentric circle. So we can observe this magnetic field by passing a current carrying straight conductor through a cardboard and sprinkling iron fillings on it. Okay, so when we are sprinkling iron fillings on the cardboard and by passing the current through a straight conductor, we can observe that magnetic field produced in the current carrying straight conductor in concentric circle. Now, to determine the direction of magnetic field around the conductor, okay, there is a rule that is called right hand thumb rule. Okay, so to determine the direction of magnetic field around a conductor, there is a rule called right hand thumb rule. Okay, very important 3-mark question. Listen carefully, very easy only. So consider the current carrying conductor. Okay, if a current carrying conductor you are keeping in your right hand. Okay, right hand you are keeping the current carrying conductor. Okay, so if a current carrying conductor is held in the right hand, thumb points in the direction of the current. Okay, according to right hand thumb rule. So it will determine the direction of magnetic field around a conductor. Okay, so now you are wrapping a conductor with your right hand. Okay, just consider you are wrapping the conductor with your right hand. In this, thumb points in the direction of current. Okay, thumb points in the direction of current and the finger wrapped around the conductor show the direction of magnetic field. Understood? So the thumb points the direction of what? Current. The finger wrapped around the conductor shows the direction of the magnetic field. Understood, children? So this is right hand thumb rule. Okay, once again I will say we are wrapping the conductor. So you can see the man's hand who is wrapping the conductor through his right hand. Okay, so when we are wrapping the when we are holding the conductor with our right hand, our thumb points towards the direction of current and the finger which wrapped around the conductor shows the direction of magnetic field. Now we can see the magnetic field due to current through a circular loop. So when a current is passed through a circular conductor, okay, now here in this picture you can see the circular coil carrying current. Yes, so when a current is passed through a circular conductor, the magnetic field is in the form of concentric circle around the conductor. Okay, when a current is passed through a circular conductor, the magnetic field is in the form of concentric circle around the conductor. You can see in the picture. Yes, so the magnetic field will be in the form of concentric circle around the conductor. Okay, when the magnetic field towards the center, if you are observing, means the arc of the circle become larger and appears as straight line. Understood? So magnetic field due to a current through a circular loop. How it will be? When a current is passed through a circular conductor, the magnetic field is in the form of concentric circles around the current, around the conductor. It will be in the form of what? Concentric circle. But when it comes towards the center, the arc of the circle become larger and appears as a straight line. Understood? This is about the magnetic field due to current through a circular loop. Now, magnetic field due to a current in a solenoid. This is also very important 3-mark question. Listen carefully. So, what is meant by solenoid? Solenoid is a circular coil of wire in the shape of cylinder. Okay, solenoid is nothing. It is a coil of many circular strands of insulated copper wire. Okay, it will be wrapped with the circular strands of insulated copper wire in the shape of cylinder. Okay, so solenoid means what? It is a circular coil in which there is a number of turns of insulated. It will be insulated, it will be covered, it will be wrapped with the number of turns of copper wire in the shape of cylinder. That is called what? Solenoid. Okay, here you can see, okay, the solenoid is a circular coil which contain number of turns of copper wire which will be wrapped in the form of cylinder, in the shape of cylinder. So when a current is passed through a solenoid, it will behave like a bar magnet. It will behave exactly similar to the bar magnet. So the pattern of the field or the magnetic field which is around the bar magnet will be similar to the pattern of the field produced in the solenoid. Okay, so we will see. One end of the solenoid behaves like the north pole and other end of the solenoid will behave like a south pole of a magnet. Okay, so one end of the solenoid will behave as a north pole and other end of the solenoid will behave as a south pole, and the field lines, magnetic field lines inside the solenoid are in the form of parallel straight lines, which indicates that magnetic field is same at all points. Okay, so the magnetic field lines in the solenoid or inside the solenoid is in the form of parallel straight line, which indicate that magnetic field line is same at all points. Now we can see a strong magnetic field will be produced inside the solenoid, can be used as, to magnetize a piece of magnetic material which is made of soft iron. Okay, so the magnet formed by this is called as electromagnet. Okay, a strong magnetic field which is produced inside the solenoid. Okay, a strong magnetic field which is produced inside the solenoid. We know that strong magnetic field is produced inside the solenoid in the form of straight parallel lines, so which can be used to magnetize a piece of magnetic material which is made of soft iron. Okay, so the magnet formed by this solenoid is called as electromagnet. Okay, the magnet which is formed by this is called as what? Electromagnet. Understood? A strong magnetic field is produced inside the solenoid which can be used to magnetize a piece of magnetic material like soft iron. So when placed inside the coil, the magnet so formed is called as electromagnet. Next we are moving to force on a conductor carrying current in magnetic field. How the force will be in the current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. So French scientist called Henri Marie Ampere, who is the first man discovered the force on a magnet placed in the vicinity of the conductor. Okay, so we have learned that electric current flowing through a conductor produces the magnetic field, isn't it? So the electric current flowing through a conductor will produces what? Magnetic field. So French scientist Henri Marie Ampere suggested that magnet must also exert. So magnet, when the current is exerting a force and producing magnetic field, in the same way magnet also will exert equal and opposite force on the current carrying conductor. Okay, according to him, what? Magnet also will exert an equal and opposite force on the current carrying conductor. So for this we can understand by an example. If an aluminium rod is suspended horizontally by a wire, so we are suspending aluminium rod. Here you can see in the picture, the aluminium rod is suspended horizontally by a wire between the poles of Hazu magnet. Here you can see Hazu magnet. Yes, so we are what? Suspending the aluminium rod horizontally between the poles of Hazu magnet, and current is passed through the wire. Okay, we are passing the current through the wire. When we are passing the current through the wire, the aluminium rod is displaced. That means it is placed in horizontally, it will be displaced from its position. Okay, and if the direction of the current is reversed, that means once it is flowing in one direction, again the direction of the current is reversed, means the force exerted will be maximum, and the conductor is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Okay, so the force exerted will be maximum if the conductor is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Okay. So now we know the direction of the current and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other, and found that force is perpendicular to both of them. Yes, the direction of the current will be perpendicular. The force of direction of current will be perpendicular to the force of magnetic field line. Yes, so these three direction can be uh, determined by a simple rule that is called Fleming's left hand rule. This is also very important rule. Okay, very easy only. For this we are taking left hand, our left hand. Okay, it states that if the thumb, okay, thumb, and this is forefinger and middle finger. Okay, forefinger, middle finger, thumb finger. So this is thumb finger, this is middle finger, this is middle finger, this is forefinger. Yes, so we are taking in our left hand, the direction of the motion of conductor will be shown by the thumb. Okay, the thumb shows the direction of the motion of conductor and four fingers points in the direction of magnetic field and middle finger shows the direction of induced current. Okay, this is Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, so it states that if the thumb and forefinger and middle finger of left hand is held perpendicular to each other. Now we are keeping the fingers perpendicular to each other. The thumb will points the direction of motion of the conductor. Motion means movement of the conductor. And the forefinger will points the direction of magnetic field and middle finger points the direction of induced current. Okay, so the thumb will points the motion of the conductor and the forefinger points the direction of magnetic field and the middle finger shows the direction of induced current. This is about Fleming's left hand rule. So I hope that you all understand about today's topic. If you have any doubt, you can ask children. Thank you.